Welcome to this evening service. We have passed around pieces of note paper, so I can either collect or you can read from your seat when we come to the time of the prayers for the candles. Add the candles and what they stand for their overall themes and for the specifics, if you're naming out a name or a particular sorrow that you hold. Welcome, everyone. This service is a little bit different from the way we do our services here. It is one in which we are not asking you to sing. We're asking you to respond with some responsive readings, having the chance to sit with your feelings, sit knowing you are not alone in coming to this service, to be able to recognize the depth in which we feel our losses and our sorrows, even as all around us we have all the festivities and upbeatness. This is this moment as the sun is going down to recognize the more somber side as we enter these holidays. John, thank you for playing today, and we will turn now to our next piece of music before we get to the chalice lighting.
Our reading today for the chalice lighting. First, we'll get this going. A beacon of hope. We gather together to summon strength to face a holiday season that will be so different from times past. May a beacon of hope gently touch and encourage those who feel lost, those who feel threatened, those who feel tired, those who are uncertain among us today and wherever they may be. May this beacon of hope help you find home, help you feel safe, give you respite, and honor your spirit with gratitude and acceptance.
In the midst of pain, I choose love. In the midst of pain, I choose love. In the midst of pain, sorrow falling down like rain, I await the sun again. I choose love. I choose love.
These words are from Rumi, the Islamic mystic, philosopher, and poet. On the first reading, they may be hard to feel right about. It took me about 3 or 5 readings to get it. It's really a message of hope. Sorrow prepares you for joy. It violently sweeps everything out of your house so that new joy can find space to enter. It shakes the yellow leaves from the bough of your heart so that fresh green leaves can grow in their place. It pulls up the rotten roots of sorrow so that the new roots hidden beneath have room to grow. Whatever sorrow shakes from your heart, far better things than sorrow will take place.
What comes next is an extended responsive reading. I will read several lines and then you'll have a response which we'll show on the screen. Then we'll have some more piano music. Then Ginny will read several lines and the response will appear, the same response will appear again on the screen, and we'll have some more music. Then I'll come back again. And this will be the pattern. This is a reading from Deborah Falk, found on the Unitarian Universalist Association website. It's a litany of comfort for a blue Christmas. All around us are bright lights and merry messages, yet in our hearts all is not joyful. There is grief with the loss of relationships. Those we love no longer with us because of death. Those we have lost or loved who are estranged from us. Those we love, yet we experience a diminishment of intimacy. There's a grief with the loss and the change of relationship. Grief, bittersweet, for it is a consequence of the presence of love. This season brings forth many feelings. We find comfort in naming these feelings. We find some peace in being together.
All around us there are bright lights and merry messages, yet in our hearts all is not joyful. There may be pain in our bodies, physical pain as a natural outcome of aging, physical pain that presents itself in illness, pain in the body that forces us to change and imposes limitations. Pain, bittersweet for physical experience, includes both pain and pleasure, and this season brings forth many feelings. We find comfort in naming these feelings. We find some peace in being together.
All around us are bright lights and merry messages, yet in our hearts all is not joyful. There may be anger and regret with the memories we hold, anger with past experiences of hurt or abuse, regret of our own actions that may have caused hurt to others, anger that life has not turned out as we imagined, regret for what we might have said or done, anger and regret, bittersweet and presenting the possibility for healing and forgiveness, this season brings forth many feelings. We find comfort in naming these feelings. We find some peace in being together.
May you see God's light on the path ahead.
This is a litany for the season by my colleague Peter Friedrichs. And this is one in which you will see the words on the screen. Your part is in green, indented. And we will read this together. For the gifts that we yearn for but did not receive, we remember, we forgive, we love. For those who gave us gifts but never their presence, we remember, we forgive, we love. For those who offered us cheer when what we needed was comfort, we remember, we forgive, we love. For those who offered us love but we could not accept it, we remember, we forgive, we love. For ourselves, who could not give what was needed, we remember, we forgive, we love. For those we have loved deeply who have left us too soon, we remember, we forgive, we love. For ghosts of Christmas past that haunt us to this day, we remember, we forgive, we love. For salvation that still has yet to arrive, we remember, we forgive, we love. For all these things, we pray that we may be granted an abiding serenity in all of our memories, and that we may find peace now and in the days to come. In his body, I still feel his love holding and protecting me. I'm so grateful for that. May all beings experience that kind of love. This is for healing for Lynn Burr, who has suffered through the deaths of her husband and mother-in-law in the past 3 months. For all those losses, we light this candle. in case there is someone who's not wanting to read aloud the sorrows they hold in their heart, I light this candle. In case there are those online who cannot speak into this space but are holding prayers in their hearts, I light this candle. I read now from the words of my colleagues, a prayer. This part is called Let There Be Light by Gordon McKeeman, the late Gordon McKeeman. Let there be light. Let it shine in all the dark places. In a moment of pain, in times of grief, in the darkness of hatred, violence, oppression, where there is discouragement and despair. Wherever darkness can be put to flight, let there be light. Beth Merrill Neal, a Presbyterian for Portland, Oregon, wrote a prayer for us. I invite you into this time of prayer, and we will then transition into a prayer that is responsive, where you will repeat back, "May we find peace." O God, who gave us life and death, you hold us in your hands. You cradle us in our need, and you push us into growth. We confess to you that all is not well, that we grieve the loss of many things and people. All is not well, and we hurt in part because we cannot make things better for ourselves, for those we love, or for the world. All is not well, and we find it easy to succumb to despair. And so, God, we pray for healing and for strength and courage and for grace to meet this day and the world. We pray to find you in the midst and to be cradled by you once again. Hear now this silent prayer. Thinking of all this, I offer to you this responsive prayer. Please respond with the words, "May we find peace." Spirit of love, life, goodness, and peace, may we find peace. When our world is worn with war, may we find peace. When our lives are ruled by fear, may we find peace. When loss leadens our days, may we find peace. When loneliness weighs heavy in our hearts, may we find peace. When despair takes hold of our souls, may we find peace. As we give help to those in need, may we find peace. As we go about our daily duties, may we find peace. As we make holiday preparations, may we find peace. As we gather in this place of grace, may we find peace. Spirit of life, goodness, and peace, may we find peace.
Peace like a river that flows beneath the sky. Waters so fresh and still, where I alone must
If you are willing, for closing words, those who would like to hold hands, I too would hold hands. We have a closing, the end of this service, which will be on the screen. And you can sit where you are and read it, or if you would like to hold the hand of a person next to you or reach out to me, I will hold hands and we can read together. Spirit of blessing, be with us in the ordinariness of our days. May hope's light guard us and keep cynicism from our hearts. May the energy of laughter build endurance for the dark times of our lives. May creativity's vision grant us the possibility of seeing old relationships with new eyes. May the oil of healing keep us from anger's hardness or despair. May the mantle of humility give courage to admit when we are wrong. May compassion's loom weave us in the discipline to forgive. May patience help us bear in the mind that ours is not the only scale of time. May the flame of justice be a beacon in the choices that we must make. May the peace be ever in us and sustain our stressful days. Spirit of all blessing, be with us in the ordinariness of our days.